How is life after the passive? Fine? Okay. Now you have got sentences with two objects. Which object will you take as the subject of the passive? Simple. Say a sentence like this: Mother bakes bread for us. Simple. Mother bakes what? Bread. For whom? For us. So two objects. Now how to find out whether there is an object or not? You ask questions to the verb. Bakes what? You get one object. Bakes whom or for whom? For us. So when you have two objects like this, what we should do is, we should start the passive with what we call Mother bakes bread for us. Start with the object without the preposition for. There are two objects. One is without preposition and the other is with preposition. That is for. So start the passive with the object without preposition. So how will you make it? Bread, present tense, so is, third person singular, mother. Third person singular, bread is baked. Past participle of the given verb. Bread is baked for us by mother. Did you see that? So this is how we change sentences with the two objects into passive. Always start the passive with the object without preposition. Okay, let's have another one. Father buys a ticket for me. So, as I told you, here is the for subject object, here is without the preposition. So, start like this: a ticket is bought. A ticket is bought for us, for me, by father. Listen. A ticket is bought for me by father. Did you get that one? It's very simple as that, yes. Right? I will take my duster. There it is. Now let's see one more. You can have any number of this. See? So when you have two objects, start your passive with the object without a preposition. Understand? So here you have got another one. For example, saves. He saves. My uncle saves money for me. So how do you begin? Money is saved for me by my uncle. See that? What is it? Right? Alright, let's take one more. Our teacher keeps the books for us. So she keeps or he keeps the books for you. So you begin the passive like the books are, because plural, kept for us by our teacher. Understand? Our teacher. Understand? It's very simple. Okay. Again, we have got examples. Now, these are objects with the for, and in such cases, you start. What will you do? You start the passive voice with the object without preposition. Okay. Now you have got another one. Our principle sends a present to the class. So here you have another interesting thing. How two objects. Our principal sends what? A person. To whom? To the class. So in this case, what you must do is, to be clear, I want to be human beings, no? So let us put it like that. This is all right, but just to make things clear to you, okay, to you. In this case, there is a personal object. See that our principle sends what? A person. To whom? To you. So in this case, you have to start the passive with to, the object with to, or sometimes it can appear without to, personal object. This is personal. This is thing. This is person. So you should start the you are sent a present by your or our, either can be your or our principle. See that? So when you have two objects, sometimes it can be without, two is not expressed. An example will be, he gives, okay, let's have a name so that it is easy for you to remember. He gives, let's say Hillary. Okay, Hillary gives Mary a person. Hillary gives Mary a person. So in this way there is no two. Actually this sentence is Hillary gives a present to Mary. But the two is not expressed. So what will you do? You start the passive with the personal objects. And that personal object Mary is given a present by Hillary. Did you get that? In such cases, you start the passive with the personal object, person, the person. That means not a thing. But for, if the object is with for, then you have to start with that for object. Yes, a cake is made. The cake is made for you, like that. Okay. Or let's say promise or offer or show. As a show would be another example. The magician shows us a trick. So here actually it is the magician shows a trick to us, but to is not expressed here. So that because that has been shifted from the end of the sentence to this. This sentence could be rewritten like this, no? The magician shows a trick to us. See that? So in this way we start with two. or I told you, with the personal object. Personal object, the personal object, this is object place pronoun, so we will say we. We are shown a trick by the magician. Clear with that? So you have got two types of sentences with the double objects. When you have it with the for, then start the passive with the for object. When it is two, start the object, passive with the two object or personal object. Is that clear to you? Yes? A simple thing, but sometimes what happens, we get into trouble. Or that's the other one. Just to see how it works. See, the baker bakes a cake for us. Suppose you start with us, then what will happen? We will say, we are baked a cake. See, it will be like this. That's what I said. When you have got a for object, then always start the passive subject or passive with the object without preposition. But when it is let us do that also. He gives a present to Mary. A present is given to Mary by him. So you have got two alternatives now. Remember, I am not confusing you, I just want to tell you. If you start sentences having double objects, two objects, in such sentences, if you start with the for object, then you will get a very interesting sentence like this. We are baked a cake. That's not possible. Okay. Like this. But on the other hand, two objects, if you use either, that is object with two or without two, you can manage it, but that is not the best way to do it. The best way to do is always start with the personal objects. When there is a two object, when there is a for object, start the passive with the object without preposition. When there is a two objects, start the passive with the two objects. Clear? Something? Yes. So I think that is now clear to you. And from the examples it is clear, no? Alright? You want any more example? Do you want any? Yes. Is that clear? So when you have, once again, when you have two objects in a sentence, object with the for should not be taken as the subject. Take the free object, or we can say object without preposition as the subject of the passive. This now we had mother bakes bread for us. Bread is baked. Bread is baked by mother for us. But when it is two preposition, you start the passive with that object. The principal sends a present. The principal sends Mary a present, or the principal sends a present to Mary. Mary is sent, or Mary is given a gift or a present by the principal. Understand? Mary is given. So I think now that is clear. You will have no doubt about that. As usual, if you have got doubt, of course, you can ask me. See.